What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It's your boy, Coach D Brown, former big leaguer, former first round pick with the Kansas City Royals, giving you all this knowledge that I can in the youth baseball space, giving kids maximum exposure in and around the country, helping kids get into college all around this beautiful country, United States, and also international. That's right. I've helped Australian kids get into college in the past. That's right. And this is something that I will continue to do. Holla at me if you need any help when it comes to the recruiting. All right. But I want to get on this. I hope everybody had a special, awesome weekend. Um, I particularly did. That was my birthday weekend and turned another year older, man. And I appreciate all the love for the people that messaged me in and around Facebook, private messaged me on my phone. It's greatly appreciated. It's always good to get that birthday love and always that warm feeling of like, man, people really do like me. Listen, man. Um, what up, D-Car? What's up, baby? I did get your message, D-Car. A highlight is being made. I was hoping to be done by Saturday, but it was not. But I'll get that highlight of the Atlanta showcase and also from the California showcases. I've put a nice little mix of highlight things, man, and it should be done hopefully the next day or so, and I'll send that out to you. Woody, what's up, baby? Good to see you. All right, SoCal is in the building. Clay, what's up, baby? So, Jansen, what's up? All right, appreciate it. Thank you, Jansen, man. Appreciate it. All right. Appreciate that birthday love. Listen, before I start with the content, I want everybody to make sure they're on this week. I was supposed to have a D1 coach on today. But he got ran over practice and stuff, so he wasn't able to come on. But hopefully I can get him on tomorrow or Friday. Okay. So, but the D1 coach couldn't come on today. So sorry about that. But I do have special guests. I have recruiting coordinator of Texas A&M International coming on Wednesday, and then Thursday I'm joined by a special, a coach friend of mine, Blake Butler is his name. Blake coached at a Division I level, played college baseball, but now is in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. And he was my go-to guy last year with when it comes to analytics and Rapsodo, K-Best, and all these. And I just felt the need to put you guys in, and he's gonna kind of go over, and we're gonna share the screen, and we're gonna just do some Rapsodo readings and just have an understanding on what recruiters and what evaluators are looking for numbers wise. Okay. Obviously he's on the pro side, but it's just a great knowledge, man. It's going to be a special week, man. So I ask that you stay tuned this whole week. All right. We're going to start a 3-part series, a 3-day series. Obviously with the college coach, it'll break that up. But today we're just going to kind of go over the foundation on the side of where the game is going. And parents need to understand the importance of this analytical side of the game, where it's going. I know it's out there already. And I know you guys, if you have been playing in the last 5 to 7 years, travel ball with your kids, and you put them in, you understand where these analytics and stuff is going. All right. Most of you guys that are dads and moms are around my age, a little bit younger, a little bit older. But you remember a time, if you've been in and around the game of baseball, where analytics, the only thing you really needed to know was, how hard a guy was throwing from a radar gun. And pretty much that's about it. How far you can hit it from a distance standpoint, right? Every now and then they had a bat speed type of, reading or something that came into play. But now all of this numbers are coming to you. And you just have to keep up with the times, and it's not slowing down. Okay. And this is what a conversation I had. This is a conversation I had this weekend with a really good friend of mine, former, he was a guest on the show before, but he's a front office guy in the Pirates organization, really good friend. And we're talking about doing some really big things, man. I'm just but anyway, but we were talking about analytics and how, prevalent it is. Again, not only do I talk to college coaches on a regular basis, but I'm always try to plug into the pro side. You know, each week I talk to at least 1 or 2 guys that are heavy, either major league coaches or, you know, front office guys or something like that. It helps me stay plugged into the pro game. You know, the spring training is going on, you know, 4 or 5 days away from opening day for the major league staff, you know. So Andre, see the ball, hit the ball. Right, Andre, right. Simple as that, right? But it ain't no more. You know what I'm saying? And this is, Andre, I'm glad you said that, right? Because this is the conversation that needs to be had. For us old timers, man, and it's the game is just totally different, and it's not going nowhere. All right, so I'm gonna share some stories today. I'm gonna share the conversation I had with my guy. I'm gonna give you some real examples. Okay, we're gonna go over some softwares that, you know, we're gonna later on during the week talk about it. We're gonna show you some Rapsodo. We're gonna talk about KVest, all right, which is another software that's being used at the major league level. Okay. Obviously, you got the Driveline system. That is a software also, you know, not just a program, but a system. You have, you know, the HitTrax. You have, you know, S2 Cognition. Shout out to my boy Paul Phillips and his crew out there that came on the show. But he talked about the reaction of the brain and the thinking. All right. You know, this is where the game is going, right? So why am I bringing this up to you guys, right? Because because I'm traveling around the country and I'm seeing this talent. I'm seeing this talent that's coming to my showcases, right? So what's happening is, because we're so used to physically seeing college coaches there, physically seeing scouts at these places, right? That I have a camera there, right, at my showcase, right? When very few college coaches and all of that. Nothing takes the place of physically being at an evaluating player. There's nothing that takes that place, okay? But because of where everything is going right now, because of COVID restrictions, I had a conversation with a coach this week, and he told me 9 schools, all right, were able to essentially handle the COVID issues with colleges. You know what I'm saying? 9. We're talking about the Michigan, the Alabamas, the big boys, all right? 9 schools out of all these hundreds and thousands of schools that are around here in this country, that there were only 9 schools that were not fully hardcore affected money-wise when it comes to COVID. Everybody got hit in the bank, but I'm talking about people that essentially were able to cover the losses quicker and faster. Only 9 schools, okay? What does that mean? All right. What does that mean for the big picture when I'm sitting there telling you guys now about, you know, my showcases and what, you know, us parents or us coaches are used to? A lot of dollars are always spent. I don't know if you guys understand this with recruiting budgets. Okay, the bigger the schools, the more the recruiting budget is out there. All right, most schools get allowed a certain budget. I've had Division II coaches, come on and tell me they have a $500 recruiting budget. $500. All right, for all the recruiting that they can to fill the rosters and all of that. They have a $500 budget. This is a Division II school. Okay, it's not Division I, but it ain't Division III, it ain't whatever. It's Division II, has a $500 budget, all right, for recruiting. All right, that's traveling and all of that. Okay, so why am I saying this to you guys? So when you come to my showcases and I'm live streaming these things, right, and you have the cameras and and they're running and throwing, it may be 2, 3 college coaches and 1 scout or 2, whatever, and you may be like, man, whatever, right? But the way this game is going, and I see it, I'll say from a mid-major Division I, pretty much even big-time Division Is, okay, all the way down, video is going to, I don't see it not going nowhere, all right? This summer's going to open back up. There's going to be showcases, and college coaches are going to be there here and there, all right? But from a everyday, day-to-day basis, when it comes to recruiting, video is not going anywhere. All right. So when you come to my showcases, you see the cameras, and I'm live streaming, and I put on these good looking banners about all these schools that are potentially be on these live stream and all of that, right? But they'll see it eventually, right? But what is happening, that is not going nowhere. Essentially, I should add 200 to 300 names on that list of on that banner, right? I only put about, I think the latest 2 that I'm going to put up, the Florida one and the Arkansas. So we're going to have April 24th, Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay. We're going to have about 30 some 40 schools on that, right? but essentially there could be a whole lot more because I could be um, I could be in the Tanya. Okay, well, I hope you're feeling better, Tanya. All right, you're gonna be later. Stroke. I could, Division 2, small D1s, Division 2 and Division 3 junior colleges. They're gonna need this live streaming forever, 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 ever, forever, forever. Okay. So why am I saying this? Okay, I'm just kind of letting you know the streaming, the analytical side, the rap solos and the readings and all of this. All right, with these showcases and everything. Right. This is where the game is going. Okay, it's not sexy. It's not, it's not like having 40 schools out there looking at it and everything. Um, I'm just talking about bottom line where this game is going when the analytics, videos, and all of this. Okay, just the conversations I was having this weekend. Where are we going? Where is this game going to? All right. So I get I get these questions all the time, right? Man, coach, man, these schools, man, they overlooking my son, and they my son ain't got no offers, and COVID this and COVID that, and and rightfully so. It's a lot that is COVID has changed a lot of this when it comes to the recruiting side of things. But what is happening, and I've heard this from multiple people, right? Not just somebody, kids that I help get into schools, anything like that, but I'm talking about people like are doing Beverly similar things that I'm doing and all that. What they're telling me is that certain kids, they don't necessarily have to see too much, okay? Because we all have known, right? This last 12 months, there's been guys that got offers sight unseen as far as seeing them in person, right? Because of COVID, Division 1 schools had to shoot offers. You have my boy Danny Perillo at LIU post and talk about it, how he's shot a couple offers and given offers to kids who he's never seen in person, all right, just on video. But that's just the nature of the game, right? Where we're at right now, all right? But there are readings, there are certain numbers, certain exit velos, certain spin rates, everything that is going on that are essentially helping when it comes to the evaluating, all right? And this is where these guys are getting, offers right now just based off of strictly numbers, all right? No different from a combine, right? Think about this, right? You know what I'm saying? If I'm a D-backs coach, right, and I don't have to necessarily see the player like too much, but if I see, all right, 4.3 runner, bench press 18 times 225, jump 43 inches, all right, on the vertical leap, all right. I'm like, yo, where is this kid? I gotta, what I'm saying? This kid is, his numbers are off the charts, right? You want to see some film on him, but it's like, I don't have to have seen him in person to know that, okay, I've seen enough film on that kid, a couple plays, watching him play defense to know that, plus these numbers over here that, man, we're going to draft this kid, in a high round, right? So, football is different from baseball, no doubt about it, right? But I can go and see a kid swing and play, watch his YouTube videos that's on his YouTube channel, a couple of games that he's played in, because I hope you live streaming your games, your personal high school games onto your YouTube page. I hope you're doing that, right? But and just tell those coaches, what I'm saying, where the key points when your kid is hitting or when he's pitching or when he made a nice play. You do your own, and then you ship that email out to that coach with the YouTube links with the special times on it, right? You can do that on your own, right? I advise all my guys that's in my recruiting program to do that, okay? But you can do that. Along with, if you go to a showcase or you come to mine or you come to these other showcases and you get the exit velos, the TrackMan reading, the win rate, if you're a pitcher, the all the necessary analytical side, right? Of course, college coaches and all of that, they want to see, what I'm saying, like the strikeouts and all that type of stuff. That's why you show them a game, show them the good, bad. If I'm a parent, I would take your next 5 high school games through and through, edit them down. You know what I'm saying? The good, bad, and ugly, and put that on your YouTube page. So when you're sending video out to your college coaches that you're interested in, okay, all right. Now you're giving them time stamps of where to look at these videos. If they have the time to do it, they'll do it. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like use what you have right now, social media wise. Okay. Use what's going on right now. Okay. Don't sit back and like think that it's just going to be just a showcase. Okay, I'm gonna get the readings. I'm gonna get the video from the showcase. I'm gonna ship it out. Coach D is gonna ship it out to those college coaches, and we're gonna sit back and wait. We're gonna email the coach and let them know all of that. No, you gotta all of that in the above. You gotta do all of that. Yeah, they started not at 15, start at 14. Start as soon as you're starting high school. Get used to doing it. All right. Because that a beautiful, all seventh, eighth, ninth graders right now are in a beautiful position to understand the changing of the guard. Okay. The 12th, I would say probably the last 4 or 5 years, the analytical side has really kicked in. All right. So if you are a 2021 and once you entered high school, you should have known about the exit velos, the numbers, and the spin rates and the Rapsodos are starting to hit hard and all of that. So you're seeing the kids that are graduating in the last 2 to 3 years have seen the transformation of the analytical game, enter baseball. All right. Now COVID has hit. So now there's changes even happening even more now, right? So now you have to change with the times. More college coaches are watching more video than ever. Less and less college coaches will be able to travel far, long distances, all right, to watch showcases physically in person. Okay. So if you're regional and you want to get that closeness of that camp and all of that, it's still very important to get on that campus. But on the flip side, okay, all right, the beauty of YouTube, the beauty of what you have social media wise, Facebooks and all this type of stuff, right? The beauty of it is use your social media. We'll talk about social media all the time, the Twitters and all of that, right? Use it. The beauty of the YouTubes and all of that, where some of these other ones you can't, keep full games on. You know what I'm saying? But YouTube channel, you can put as much stuff that you want on there, full games. All right. Use it. Use it. Stick a damn camera right up there in the middle, boom, and just press record, or stick it at the top of the fence. To go there early and just press record and just film out the whole game. You can edit it down later on. All right. You guys can all do that. All right. Jansen, that's right. Bottom line, the world, the numbers make all of that go around. Okay. I wanted to so when my boy Blake comes on at the end of the week, we're gonna go and kind of go over some of the Rapsodo numbers, okay? Because you may ask, what is I'm gonna do a basic, with my guy, we're gonna do a basic teaching, exit velos or spin rates. I've learned so much in the last 12 to 14 months myself, okay? Being Rapsodo certified and K-Best certified, okay? I had to do this, all right? So I had to go in and learn the readings of a Rapsodo. When a kid hits over Rapsodo, I had to learn how to use the machine. What are my spin rates and different things? I had to learn that myself to become certified. Okay. What that teaching has, of the Rapsodo and all that has taught me has affected the way I teach kids now. I was told come down to the baseball, create the backspin, which that changes, all right. But I was always told keep the ball out the air in the cages, keep from hitting the ball off the top of the cages. All right, hit the line drive right in the back of the net. All right. But then when you start understanding the readings of a Rapsodo, all right, now it shows you the distance, it shows you the exit velo, it shows you, what you're really doing. So now you have a gauge, you have a way of looking and understanding the numbers of like, oh damn, the degree of I hit that off the bat, that would just been a base. Or when a line drive the pitch, it would just been a base hit, maybe, which is good. But man, if I get this, boom, I create a little bit more backspin. Now I hit that ball in the air. And I'm like, I know it sounds very simple, but when you've been doing something certain way for now, it's like, damn, I wonder why I hit so many ground balls, hard ground balls. All right. I wonder why I didn't get the angles and how bad it is and good it is and all of that. But once you start understanding the readings and the analytics side of things, you start understanding why these dudes put the ball in the air, right? Why you do it. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that the normal second baseman that can't put the ball out of the park, anything like that, he needs to be hitting the ball and hitting the ball up, ball in the air. It's not going to be his game. Okay. But for somebody like myself or that's a corner ball. That type of information is good to know. So a kid that's 12, 13, 14 years old is learning with the analytics side and the readings, and the parents understand that. He is well above. He's understanding, getting the proper teaching mechanics wise, but he's learning the numbers on it. He's ahead of the game. And I think where parents are missing it, parents are looking at the results of the game, which is very key and important. But think about what I'm telling you, parents, okay? More and more teams are not going to be going to games as much as they used to. Budgets are being, coaches are, let's keep them 100. Coaches are already kind of almost lazy. Perfect Game has made it extremely, Lake Point and places like that, the Jupiters have made it extremely accessible and for these coaches to be lazy. You know what I'm saying? Right? I've had D1 coaches tell me I don't even go to high school games no more. I just go and sit for 2 or 3 weeks over in Lake Point in Georgia and watch every team kind of come through there and do and after that I got all the kids I need and a list of names and all of that, man. You know what I mean? Ain't no real hardcore scouting and recruiting going on. I talked to my boy up in the front office, and again, I'm talking about the importance of video. All right, I talked to my front office boy in a major league team. Front office talk about the advanced scouts do not even, listen, this is major leagues, okay? We're multi-billion-dollar industry, okay? The major league scouts are, if they're, how this used to go, okay, is that when it comes to, the Yankees, if they're playing the Red Sox right now, right, it's usually that the advanced scouts are going to look at the next team that they're playing. So while, I'm the Yankee scout, and my team may be playing the Red Sox at Yankee Stadium, but we're playing the Tigers next at Comerica, right? I usually fly to wherever the Tigers are, and I'm jotting down and I'm taking my notes on who's hitting, who's doing. I'm scouting the team. All right, that doesn't happen no more. That's happening by video now. Okay, so advanced scouts are video now. Okay, they're not even physically going to these parts because of COVID and all of that. All right, they're essentially assessing that next team's evaluate. They're doing it off of video. Major league team with unlimited budgets, they're cutting back from traveling and going to different stadiums and all of that. They're doing that off of video now. So what makes you think when a major league team, who these are paid scouts, are evaluating players, the team that they're going to play next off of video, what makes you think that a scouting guy or the recruiting coordinator of a small Division I down school will be flying around the country for all these showcases? Okay. How is he going to evaluate the guy? Yes, he's going to see the kid hit good and do this and do that, whatever, but he has to have some type of reference points. He needs to have an understanding like, oh, wow, the kid looked like he hit the ball hard over there. What is the exit velo off of this? Oh, this kid looks like he got a nice sharp breaking ball. What does it look like? What's the spin rate on that breaking ball? What's the tilt? What's the degree on that tilt? This is what is going on in his game. And too many times, right? And I'm saying I'm not dogging parents. I'm not, because this is not sexy. This is not, what's happening now. Parents, if you don't feel like the recruiting side is it's for you, all right? Many kids out here are wanting to get recruited and trained, never been on a Rapsodo, don't have their numbers, haven't logged in, haven't created an account on Rapsodo or KBest or any of these. All right. And these are what these TrackMan, right? This is what these guys are doing now. This is what's going on. This is what they're looking at. All right. I don't understand a pull down. I don't understand why you run 2.5 and run 20 feet and throw a damn ball into the net as hard as you can and get a reading and get hyped up off of that. I don't understand that neither, but this is what works. This is what they're looking at, pull downs. I don't understand why you sit there and hit a ball off the tee, exit velo, and try to knock the crap out of it to get an exit velo reading, right? It doesn't mean nothing to me. I don't even like it, right? But certain coaches like that, all right? From what I was told, there's a base point, all right? If I'm a 14, I got my boy Dave, Gutierrez, who has a 15-year-old kid, you know what I'm saying? At 15, his kid may hit 82 off the tee with an exit velo, all right? But now they have a gauge. So now in 2 years from now, he may be a junior or senior now, and now that 82 is now 92. So now they have a gauge of like, wow, his exit velo is going up. That means he's starting to knock the crap out of the ball. All right. It's just a gauge. I don't agree with the T exit velos. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. Okay. This is where I see, and I'm going to talk about this down the line. All right. I'm just kind of giving a broad view of where this recruiting, and I know I'm talking more video, but when I say video, I mean more of a analytical way of recruiting, meaning video has always been there. All right. Video on top of the numbers and the exit velos and the spin rates and all of that, right? Guys are getting recruited just based off of those numbers now. Okay, it's football. It's football. You go to the combine. The only difference is no national combine. We're running 40s and all of that type of stuff, right? Because there's guys that have mediocre tape out there, but when they go to the combine, they're running 4.3s and they're making millions of dollars off of that. All right. Essentially, that's what these type of numbers are doing in these showcases. Is just put up these numbers, and they're going to see a little bit of video in your game. If you're able to show some pretty good, you're going to get recruited. All right, but you got to put that stuff. You got to put that to work. Let's see here. All right, D. I know we say because of COVID, but could this analytical side be that much more important as COVID could create a new norm for recruiting, saving money, etc.? This could be it from here out. I agree. Let me ask you this. How many guys in a normal world right now, right? How many guys have been working at home, right? Or seen, maybe your fellow employees or co-workers or something like that being furloughed or the company you guys work for, kind of, shrinking, consolidating a little bit, and then come to find out like, man, we can keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? We can keep doing it this way. Right? You know what I mean? We don't need to pay for this building no more. And we don't need to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like COVID has really shown people how to do different ways of business. Right? So same thing when it comes to recruiting. Even, I believe, we talked about my boy Paul Phillips with the S2 cognition. I'm going to try to get him back on. And because a couple of my boys have done this. I know my boy Chipper Edwards, and my boy Tui Cope, TC, they both live in the Nashville area. Both of their kids have went off of the show and did the S2 cognition in Nashville, Tennessee, which they're doing. They do this on a national level, but they're based out of Nashville, and they did that. And I would love to get them on. And I talked to Chipper about it, but I need to get them on and just understand the readings of it and how this goes. But this is where I see the game going. I see you got the S2 cognition. It talks about the brain. It'll be like the Wonderlic test for football, but you got the S2 cognition. All right. My boy Paul Phillips talked about one of the Pittsburgh Pirates guys scored extremely high, and he made $500,000 off of that reading. Okay, because of what he scored in the S2 cognition. All right. Then you have between the drive lines and the Rapsodos and the TrackMans and all of this. All right, that's going to be the combination. That's your combine numbers. Okay. And then you're going to have the obviously the going to see them playing the kids and all of that. All right, which, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows how many schools are going to be able to see somebody in person? All right. Now that doesn't mean that going in front of that camp, in front of that campus, that coach over there on campus and at a camp is not very important. That is still huge, and I highly suggest you do that. But if you're a Florida kid and want to go to school in Missouri or SEC school in Arkansas or somewhere and all of that, all right, it's going to be very tough. You know what I'm saying? If, outside of Division I, SEC power, University of Arkansas, but, the Arkansas States, the Central Arkansas is all the way down to come see you. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. All right. Yeah, we started using the blast motion sensor for metrics in that swing. Lot less expensive than Rapsodo, but quality info. You're right, Lawrence. I need to add that to the mix too. And I supposed to have had that guy on here talking about that. But man, yes, blast motion is another one. Okay, good stuff. All right, good stuff. All right. Lots of new technology coming to sports these days. Yes, it is. So much, so much. Man, I get hit behind the scenes about different, analytics and softwares and stuff that may or may not work. But I would never think 7, 10 years ago that I would see 26-year-old kids that went through a driveline program out in state of Washington get major league jobs. This is what's happening now. These are 26-year-old guys that pretty much, this is my boy put this in perspective, okay? A major league hitting coach is in the big leagues right now. My boy hired him because of a hookup. He was a high school pitching coach, played, I think, a year of junior college, was a high school pitching coach that got hired into the professional rankings in the lower minor leagues, okay? Because he understood the analytical side of pitching, and he was on the maybe 7, 8 years ago. All right. Pitched 1 year JC, high school pitching coach. He is now a big league pitching coach right now for a major league team. All right, with 1 year junior college experience and a high school pitching guy. All right, 7, 8 years ago, he wasn't even the head coach of a high school team. He was the pitching guy, and he can talk it, review it, understand it. All right, he was able to get a major league job right now. Fast forward 20, to where we are now, a 26-year-old kid from the job line, all right, gets assistant big league pitching coach, 26. All right, never played in major leagues, all right, but because he knows his programs, this is where the game is going. I got major league coaches that have been in and around the game for 10, 15, 20 years and all of that can't get back into the game because it's becoming analytics cheaper, you know what I'm saying? And you got to know that software. And those are the guys the ones that don't keep up are getting edged out the game. So essentially, by helping your sons, you two parents, hell, you may be a coach or two right now yourself and know these analytical readings and stuff. And who knows, you may be a damn, major league coach before, a D Brown would. You know what I'm saying? This is where this is going. This is why I'm trying to tell you. This is why I want to put it out there for you guys. This is why I want to put it out there. All right. My boy Lawrence says, all facts. Local guy who was teaching lessons at a local facility using HitTrax, now coaching in a Diamonds organization, analytics running things. Exactly. Those are the guys that are getting hired right now that understand the reading, the analytical side, and can speak it, understanding. These are the guys that are getting hired. So, for your kids' sake, have them study it, understand it. All right. I had a friend of mine from the LA Dodgers. She just got the job. I've talked to her about her many times. She talked about, the other weekend how she explained that had anybody wanted to, get a job outside of just playing baseball, but wanted, like in the future, you want, there's more than opportunities than just playing. That's basically what she was trying to say. Give her a call or holler at her if you may be interested in other things outside of just playing baseball, but how to get involved in Major League Baseball. She said she got almost, she was upset a little bit because only one kid went and talked to her, right? And a few parents. She was like, she thought that a few more kids would say her no, and I said it. I was like, at a showcase event, when these kids are trying to like run and throw and hit and do all of that for college coaches, that's not the venue for that. All right. It doesn't mean it's not right. All right. And it kind of popped up and it was a surprise type of thing when she came, right? But it doesn't mean it wasn't the right thing to do, right? But it just, the venue, that timing wasn't necessarily right. But what happens if you're a kid that does take advantage of that, who while playing right now, you start understanding the analytical side. You start understanding the HitTrax, the exit velos, the spin rates, and understanding that, getting certified. Just think about your 17, 18 years old, because most of these kids they already know how to read the Rapsodos and TrackMans. They know how to read it. They understand that talk. So now these kids are, these are the ones that's going to be, future GMs, and it's nothing like playing the game and understanding these analytics. So parents, you know what I'm saying? You need to understand it, and have your kids understand these readings, understand what's going on. All right. You're essentially helping them, where back in the day now is like, you play long enough, you can always go into coaching and understand coaching, right? I'm the dinosaur now. I had to go back and get certified from Rapsodo myself. And now as I'm learning the Rapsodo, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have known this when I was playing. I would have taught myself different. I would have did XYZ different. So again, analytics is changing the game, but it's helping you understanding little things about what you thought you knew, but you're just putting numbers behind it. We all know when somebody squares the ball up hard, it's like, man, he hit the ball hard, all right? Or man, he just boom, he squared it up just enough, and it just hit a line drive up the middle. But man, oh man, he would have got underneath it, But now if you get underneath it, you get the reading. Now you know if it's 23 to 27 degrees, all right? No more than 34 degrees, right? If you backspinning the ball, you know what I'm saying, up to 34 degrees, there's a chance that you're really getting the damn ball out of the park. All right? I wouldn't know that. I ain't know no degrees and launch angles and all of that. And I'm gonna leave you with this last, let me see. Knowledge is king as opposed to the best player as a coach. Some of the best coaches were backup catchers that learned the game from the bench. Yeah. Yes. And I say this and respectfully, all right? These are both guys that I played against, and I can't say I know them just all personally well, but I want you guys to understand. Don't give me away these secrets, man. Whew. But I want you guys to understand. The World Series this year, do you guys understand that managers don't make those lineups? This is analytics to a T. Okay? You guys understand the World Series and the Tampa Bay Rays, okay? I want you guys to understand that the managers of major league teams do not make the lineup. The GMs, based off of analytics, make the lineup. That's why you get a Charlie Morton who pitched XYZ pitches, and everybody's like all up in arms. Why are you taking him out the game? Oh my God, he's pitching Ian Snell. Why are you taking him out the game? He's pitching a gem. What else? And taking him out. Why? Because the analytics say to do so. The LA Dodgers who won the World Series. Do you understand the ex-GM of the LA Dodgers, where he came from? The GM of the LA Dodgers now. Do you understand where he started from? The Tampa Bay Rays. Right? So you have two major league teams, all right, that managers do not make out the lineups. It gets sent down from the front office. I'm giving you insiders, I don't know if you knew this or didn't know or even care, but I'm talking about in a major league level. Okay. The major league teams, all right, they are having the front office write the lineup up and getting handed. So Dave Roberts and Kevin Cash, all right, great major league ball players, long time, played the game. Now they got to make in-game decisions at time, moving guys that, they got to make some type of decisions. It's not just all computer analytics, right? But from a lineup standpoint, they're essentially having the lineup made for them every day. And you asked me where this game is going. All right. So I don't know. You tell me, man. Yeah, my son's pitcher coach has Rapsodo, mainly uses for his high school kids, but it's great for feedback. Yeah, no doubt. I went, young kids, I would say, 13, you start getting on it. I mean, you get on it earlier, but I mean, probably get the most out of it, 12, 13 years old, the 12 or 13 years old and older. All right. Last story. I'll get up, just talk about the importance of this analytics. So just the other day, February, I did my showcase in Atlanta was a left-handed pitcher named Lamont Atkins. Lamont is out of Tampa, Florida. Came up to my showcase in Atlanta. He's about 6'3", 175, right? Left-handed, smooth, very laid back, right? Ball comes off his hand really good, all right? But he was only topping out at 82. He looked harder, right? He was only topping out at 82. But he had and I talked about him a little bit, but he had a hell of a slider, okay? Hell of a slider. Now, it just looked dirty to me, right? You know, it may, and I'm looking at the reaction from the hitters, all right? So I'm looking at the tilt, and I'm looking at the swings on it. So that lets me know, like, it's a pretty dirty pitch, okay? So I go back and I look at the numbers. I look at the spin rate. I look at the readings on it, all right? And I go over with my boy, Sean McLaughlin, who was doing the TrackMan at my showcase for me, who's in the Brave system, been on the show a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, you know, he was like, man, that one kid, man, he had a really good, you know, curveball, man. It's SEC caliber. I was like, yeah, but he, you know, again, me, still work in progress with the analytical side. I look at velo. I'm like, yeah, he's 82 though. You know what I mean? Like, he's D2. You know, he can get up to 85, 86 maybe. He's like, nah, D, with that body, with that size, he said, with that plus pitch, with the tilt on that slider, he's going to get up to 85, 87 with his body. He's 6'3", 175 with easy fluid, and he's an athlete. He said he's going to get up to 85 to 87 easily. But he said that slider is big league slider already. And I was like, really? I was like, I know it. He's like, yeah, the numbers show it. He's like, see, and that's what happens if you just look at it from a broad view of like old school scouting and teaching is like 82, good, very good curve, D2. He won't make it to D1. I had him pegged as D2. All right. He was like, nah, D, he can make it D1. So since school's about him, I don't know what's happened. I haven't talked to him, but it's like, yo, you know, this, you know, my boy Sean said D2, you know, D1 caliber pitcher. I'm gonna go with the guy, you know, the guy that throws 96 was a pitcher. All right, that's helping kids himself get into school. I'm just saying, this is where it's going. Of course, field managers make the in-game decisions, but GM writes the script. Yep, that's what the game is. Not all teams, but it just so happened the two World Series teams, the managers do not make the lineup. You may not think it cares on all of that, but that's not the norm. Okay, that's not the norm. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening in today. April 24th, we're going into Little Rock, Arkansas. We're trying to speaking of that, right? We're trying to get the Rapsodos and everything there lined up there. For my people that were just in LA, all right, we have Rapsodo. The readings did not come on the iCloud, all right? But we are going to, I'm going to email you guys tomorrow about times, especially if you're in the LA area. All right, my boy Tony Miranda, who's been on the guest, Cerrito's assistant junior college coach, will let you guys go get the exit velos, all the numbers off of the Rapsodos at the indoor facilities. Okay. You are more than able to go one of those dates, sign up for it, and go get your readings, which I highly suggest. So again, let me say this again. If you came to the LA showcase, and if you are in and around the LA area and you want to go get your Rapsodo numbers, I just talked about how important they are, right? If you want to get your Rapsodo readings and numbers, okay, I'm going to email you the information that you need to my boy Tony's spot, all right? You can get he's going to set up time slots for each one of you free of charge, all right, to get your Rapsodo reading, okay? So again, I'm just putting it out there because I've been waiting on those numbers, and on Friday, I think I told you in the message that the readings didn't come through on the iCloud. So, if you're out there, you want to get the Rapsodo numbers, go ahead, and I'm going to email you the location, and you reach out to Tony and set up a time and date to kind of get those readings, okay? Let me see. April 24th, we have the Little Rock Showcase. I will have the link up there tonight, definitely tomorrow morning. It will be at Robertson High School. All right. We will, I will have the link, and from tomorrow on, where you can sign up for the Little Rock, Arkansas. So if you're in the Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, areas, all right? And hell, if you want to fly into that, all right, it's going to be Saturday, April 24th, okay, at Robinson High School, really nice field. Been there before in Little Rock, Arkansas, all right, April 24th. We are still waiting on this May 15th and May 29th date for the showcases. I'm working on June 7th, Montgomery, but we're also tentatively talking about coming back out to the LA area and the burbs out there. We're tentatively talking about that. All right. In June. July, we have Indianapolis and Charlotte. All right. In July. I'm sorry. In July. August, tentatively have Wisconsin. September, we're going to go to Northern Cali. October, we're talking about potentially Yuma, Arizona, and staying heavy West Coast. I need to get up to the north somewhere and all of that. All right, but that's what we're talking about in October, and I may be adding a Dallas, Texas. All right, in the end of October. Okay, so those are the locations for the showcases. I hope to see all you guys there. Willing to travel, willing to come out. All right. As we get closer, right now we're going to concentrate on April 24th and May 15th date. Okay. Coach, I see a lot of issues with kids still not pursuing HBCUs. They're focused on D1s that are well known, not necessarily HBCUs. Any insight on what else is being done nationwide to help promote HBCUs and young Black men get more involved with the game of baseball? Man. I do see a large participation going on at the youth level. I'm encouraged about the talent that I see all across the country, all right, from African American young Black kids. And I don't want to come off as a Debbie Downer, and I hope I'm wrong. But you guys know I always talk, man. I talk to guys in the pro game. I even talk to guys that are in college, white, Black coaches. It doesn't matter. But there is somewhere, because I'm in it, between me and Carl Nichols and Rod White and Minority Report and a few other groups. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing them. Every showcase I come, I see them. Black, white, Latin, it's there. But something is happening, transitioning between high school level to college level, where it's only 4.something% of I don't know, I think it's NCAA college baseball players being Black. Then we go to, obviously we have the problem in the major leagues. Again, if you look outside in, a lot of stuff is being done, but I don't know, man. I can't sit and say like I'm understanding this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know to tell you. It's not. I see the participation highly on the youth level. I don't know what HBCUs need to do. I'm trying to help them. You know what I'm saying? But and my showcases are helping. All right. I talked to the Southern head coach over the weekend. Over the weekend I talked to him. And last week, I'm sorry, I talked to him, and he was talking to me about a kid that was at my first ever showcase. You know what I'm saying? And way back in September. Now here it is, way in March now, and he brought up a kid. So one, it lets me know, like, okay, the coaches are watching. It doesn't matter HBCU, Power 5. These coaches watch. Okay, because somebody told me on my Atlanta showcase that they were looking at an infielder that they liked. I saw on the live stream. Okay. So these coaches watched, they watch these streams. Sometimes I can't tell unless they pay or they log in, and I can tell which schools are watching at the time. I can't tell. I send it out to a large group, and then they watch. I give them opportunity to watch it. Some are on, some are not. All right. Like this past in Cali, I can't tell you who was on, who wasn't. I haven't heard anything yet. Okay. But just like in Atlanta, I didn't hear nothing until a week later, week and a half later, when I was talking about something else to a college coach who told me like, yeah, we were on a live stream. Yeah, we saw that little. I like that little second baseman. Oh, so and so, so and so. I was like, oh, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? So they're there, they're watching. I'm trying to provide, them the opportunity. You have these type of tournaments and all of that, but who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why the transition from high school, the levels are it's there. You start seeing little stuff here and there, but I don't know. Overall, it does, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. We'll see. Hopefully it changes. Okay. Hopefully it changes. So we'll see. Saying hold college application recruiting is difficult. They need help and encouragement. Most parents don't have a clue that want it, but don't know how to get it. Amen, Gina. Um, amen. So I'm gonna say, why I'm gonna say amen? Because I have a course coming out. Now, what's gonna happen, right? Gina, all right, not saying you, of course, you've been my girl, you've been helping me. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put this course out there, right? What's gonna happen is because there's gonna be a price tag to it, right? They're gonna be like, oh, there's so much free information out here. Why do we need whatever, right? Why do we need to buy something, whatever? Oh, it's a cost to it, right? But meanwhile, that course that I'm building out there is going to teach you from everything from A to Z what needs to be done to get your kid signed, right? But what's going to happen is because there's a price to it, not many people, and I don't want to speak negativity in the air, but I just know, especially the people who really need it, all right, they're going to go the easy and the cheap route, right? Which essentially is going to cost them in the long run. That's what's going to happen. And I hate to speak negativity. I'm just saying. And what's going to happen is the same cycle is going to keep happening. Oh, my son is not getting recruited. My son is whatever. I'm doing all of this. I'm doing all of that. Why is my kid not, whatever? Oh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? No coach is talking to me. No, whatever. All right. And then it's a lot, miscommunication. I talked to a kid today, and I had to be like, listen, don't talk to me about. He's like, yo, I don't care. I want to play. I just want to play baseball. Division 2, Division 3. That's the kid talking. You know what I say? All right, listen, great attitude. Where's your mom and your dad? All right, because the kid may be saying this, but I also talk to the mom, and there's a lack of. It may be a lack of communication. But the kid has hopes and dreams in Division 2, Division 3, oh, whatever. But when it comes to that price tag of some of these schools, all right, and lack of money that, and I'm not saying they don't have it or do whatever, but that has to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? There's so many guys, kids I talk to on a regular basis that's like, oh, I want to go here, I want to go there, coach, and whatever. All right. Then you talk to the parent like if he ain't getting no athletic scholarship, we can't bring him, we can't afford it. He can't go there. So then again, it's a lack of communication, lack of understanding what's all out there for them. But ask those parents if they feel that any type of scholarship, forms. All right. Did they even look to see what's all out there? Right? If you really understand, some of these scholarships that are out there, so many the bogus and ridiculous scholarship opportunities that's out there for your kids, you'd be amazed. But again, it's the fallback. We're just gonna go to the showcase. We're gonna go to, Perfect Game Showcase. We're gonna go to the tournaments and the play in the summertime, and let's just see what happens. We're gonna send the film and do all that too here and there. Hopefully we know how to apply. If we don't, we're just going to sit back and wait until some school likes him, and then we're going to apply. Or we're going to wait till our senior year, in the middle of our senior year, and we don't have nothing on the table. Now it's rush, and let's see let's go spend the money on these applications and see what happens. So now we're going to apply for, we're going to apply for the University of we're gonna apply for Syracuse University or University of Chicago, Illinois, or Northwestern University or something, and we're gonna get accepted. But then we understand that there's a price tag to it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Or I'm an athlete and I get accepted to the school, and they're gonna even have afford me the opportunity to play at that college, okay? But am I even understanding that I can't even play at that level? This is what's happening. I told a lot of times, so it has to be all a conversation within the family. But Gina, you're right. I just, the cycle is real. Okay. If you don't know, yeah, ask. All right. Or again, you know what I'm saying? Like I promise you, there's readings and stuff out there, but my course is coming out. I'm building it out strictly for what Gina is saying, just to help from A to Z. Starting 6th, 7th, 8th graders on up. From middle school on the way up, will need to know this. But what happened? Oh my God, whatever, recruiting, and we got all these videos on recruiting. Oh, we know whatever, right? Then why everybody ain't signing somewhere? Well, I understand what to do step by step. And I'm not dogging you. I mean, if you never been through it, you never been through it. I'm just telling you, man. Lord have mercy. Gotta grind from the get-go. Don't wait because there's thousands ahead of the curve. Facts. 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 That's it. You just gotta be more, just go at it. I mean, there's 1,500 schools out here. All right. 1,500. All right. Some have been cut because of COVID, but there's over 1,000 some schools over here that, not everybody is filled to the max. Okay. I'm just saying, there's ways to do it. Just be on top of it. That's all. Be on top of it. Gina says, once they get there, we got to help them stay and graduate, not just play and move on. Right. But, that's a whole nother ball game with the transfer portals. And, I mean, that's again, that's about picking the right school, the right situation, and trying to, be happy. But that's a whole nother ball game, a whole nother transfer portals. Yeah, you want to stay, and you want the coaching staff to stay, but you have to do so much homework front. You have to. All right. If you're a 2021 and you're looking at a school and the last 2 to 3 years that college staff has lost a bunch of games, you got to be leery, and they want you got to be leery of going there. Yeah, you want to go where you want it, but you have to be leery. You have to be understanding what's going on. There's a good chance that guy who's lost 3-4 years straight may not be there throughout my tenure or my son's tenure throughout the whole of 3 to 4 or 5 years. You hope that, your son plays there. You have to know that. You have to take that into, because every coach is going to tell you, oh, yeah, my job is, I'm good until they're not good. Okay? This is part of the homework. This is part of the teachings that I'm having on here. All right. Okay. I already had that. So anyway, I hope you guys are listening. All right. I hope you guys are listening. It's like being a dead horse. I know right now, you know what I'm saying? Listen, plenty of people are doing what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? They copy the style. They're doing their own showcases and live speaking and on college. It's been happening before me, but nothing like the real shit I've been doing for 2 years, right? All right. This is still the best place to get the best information. The real is, all right. Not these guys that kind of talk who have somewhat of experience, but they're TV. I don't know. I don't even know who's on it doing what. All right. This is real stuff over here. It won't get the attention and all of that because I speak real. All right. It may get too racially driven for some people, right? You know what I'm saying? Or I may talk too much HBU stuff. All right. But meanwhile, I've had every Power 5 damn near school or every, at least from every conference represented on my show before. You know what I'm saying? I've had Pac-12, Big Ten, ACC, you know what I'm saying, SEC coaches on this show. So I may go, you know what I'm saying, boom, and talk, HBCU and all of this here and there, but I hit all angles. When I'm talking about what this college coaches and the coaching staffs and all of that's black, white, recruiting, all of that. When we're talking about, not keeping ahead of what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, from a parent standpoint, sitting back and waiting, that's black, white, Latin, and all of that. Okay? When I'm talking analytics of the game, all right? because you may not understand it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I'm just telling you, I've been in and around this game, especially professionally, for 20 years, 20 plus years. All right. I had to go get certified from a Rapsodo. And I'm learning. I've learned like, damn, I wish I learned this when I was hitting. Who knows what my career would have been, right? If we only knew. Me and my boy was talking about this with the Pirates this weekend. If we only knew, talking about this analytical side. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It's I'm gonna bring a professional coach over here who's gonna talk Rapsodo and K-Vest numbers and how they evaluate a professional team's players. You think a college coach and recruiting wise and stuff ain't gonna be doing the same thing when it comes to your sons? You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. I was amazed at all the information they have on players nowadays. The type of readings, the testings, your kid can't fail. Your kid cannot fail. Is it going to happen? Of course it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about from an analytical standpoint, every reading, the charts, the graphic. It's like you need a degree just to understand my damn assessment. You know what I'm saying? All right. My left toe don't pivot the way it needs to when I go to swing. All right. My grip is too tight. My wrist, the pronation on my wrist is too tight when I go and swing, whatever. My back hip is too tight. It's hard for a player to release their hips through the whatever. And that's all from my reading. This is what's going on. And it's all charted. Stiffness in this, stiffness in that, very loose in this night. This is what's going on, boom, all right? Very loose, boom. He throws 87 now, but because of the fluidity in his shoulder and what we read, boom, 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 he's going to be at this. All right. If we unlock this hip thing, whatever, it's going to add 10, 20 more feet to his swing. All right. Once he pivots right on his back foot, right now his ankle doesn't have the dorsiflexion of it's supposed to. It's freaking crazy, man. It's crazy out here. So the best thing you can do for you and your son, all right, is at least to understand the foundation of a Rapsodo, a TrackMan, and understand the readings. Learn that talk. When you see guys, Harvard guys being hired, and the guys that have been in and around the game for 20-something years leaving, all right, it lets you know what the game is. When a lineup is being sent down from the front office, all right, and the guy sitting there reading a lineup that he's out there seeing his players every day, but the guys up there front office over there is making a list, is making the lineup every day. Just telling you, man. When I sit here to tell you, again, I'm gonna close it out like this. I'm gonna drop the mic. When I say, my boy always told me this. I talked to him today. Shout out to my boy Will. He said, "Yo, D, you the plug. You the only dude that can have GMs of major league teams, be in contact with GMs of major league teams, to all the way down to Division III or junior college, NAIA, post grad, hell, even travel ball to travel ball coaches, all right, and everybody in between." Major league GMs all the way down to whatever, and I give the information to you guys. Everything I'm talking to, information that was given to me this weekend from the conversation we had, with some big things are going to be coming in the future. On top of the showcases, on top of all this other stuff that I'm telling you, big things. All right. So again, tag somebody, let them listen to this message. Keep listening in this week. All right. Hopefully I could get the D1 coach on tomorrow or Friday. I got the Texas A&M International recruiting coordinator coming on Wednesday. I got my boy Blake Butler, who is a AA analytical coach, all right, coming on Thursday, all right, from the Pittsburgh Pirates organization to explain to you guys the K-Vest, the Rapsodos, and how it translates and when it comes to evaluating players. Okay, great information. So I highly suggest we're going to go over it. I'm going to share the screen. He's going to share the screen. We're going to, talk numbers from a Rapsodo readings and examples. And the K-Vest, we're going to do a small little thing with the K-Vest because the K-Vest is on a whole nother level. We need to do that a whole show. Hopefully I can get him back on, and talk about the whole K-Vest thing. Okay, you got the blast motions and all of that. Maybe down the line, I was supposed to get him on last year, but I just didn't follow through with him, and that's just my bad. But it is what it is. Mark, what's up, family? All right. So anyway, listen, a little over an hour today. Got a little long-winded, but I'm passionate about this, man, because talking to a major league, one of my boys, what I'm saying, front office guy, my guy, we were talking about this. What's needed in the game. This is not the only, he ain't the only one that said it. He's like, yo, D, you got the platform. Help educate these kids. Let these parents know how important analytics are. It's not going anywhere. If they want to know why their sons are getting passed, black, white, Latino, and why they're getting passed and all of that, let them understand how important the numbers are, the readings are, on top of just playing. Educate them. This is what evaluation is going. If you feel like, you're behind on this, you got to catch up. And if you think it's just about playing on the field, which is great, it's more than that, okay? It's more than that. You got to test on brain. Now, they know how you think before you think sometimes. This is what's going on. Man, I love you guys. Listen, April 24th, we're going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas. The link will be up either later on today, definitely tomorrow morning, okay? Along with the flyers. All right, so sign up over there at Richardson High School. If you're in and around the area, Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, if you're in that area, want some exposure, coming to these showcases. We've been doing them all over now. We just had a great showcase in Los Angeles, California, Hawthorne, California to be exact. A month before that, we did Atlanta, Georgia. Month before that, we did Montgomery, Alabama, and they all been hits. They've all been going well. And we will continue to build and grow from this. Arkansas next month, Florida in May, potentially Texas in May. June, we got a couple locations squared away. So, man, come on. I see you guys. JUCO kids, you're more than welcome. All right, freshmen, come June, we will start the 2025 classes. All right. We're going to Indianapolis, Charlotte in July. We're going to have a great time, okay? So just continue to come, all right? Just continue to be there, all right? Anton Rotten, all right? Always appreciate the game you give, no doubt. Thank you, Anton. Appreciate your family, all right? So listen, that's my time. Appreciate you guys. Message me if you need me for anything. My LA parents, I'm getting those numbers together. And I will email you the times and dates if you want to get your Rapsodo readings, okay? Just, do it and get your Rapsodo, which is very important, okay? You might as well go ahead and do it if you have the time. It's essentially you pay for it with my showcase. We just have to do it at the, we couldn't do it at the readings it didn't read at the workout on last Saturday. But if you want to sign up and go and get the readings, it is free, okay? I highly suggest you do that. So you have a base, or if you want to see your improvement, all right? Peace and love, you guys, all right? Talk to you guys later. See you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Peace.